Hey guys, welcome back to Tele Turner. I just wanted to give you guys a few updates. First and foremost, as you can see, we figured out the darn thumbnail business, so bravo. One of our good friends had helped us out with that. In addition to that, another update is that there was a bit of a disconnect with the way that myself and my wife was introducing ourselves as mom and dad. That's going to be a thing of the past, so from here on out, we will be known as Mommy and Papi Turner, and the villains will be hence known as the Turner villains. I wanted to spend a little bit of time with you guys to share a little bit of a, I guess you could say, story time. I know a lot of you probably wonder why, and I get this a lot when I'm at the gym, when I'm outside, when I'm just out and about with people that know me, but see me around. I always have on Superman t-shirt, Superman tank tops. I got the Superman tattoo on my chest, okay? And at first glance, I guess you would think that that was a fanboy, comic book nerd kind of thing. Not that there's anything wrong with fanboys or comic book nerds, but this is a little bit more sacred to me. Actually it's a lot more sacred to me. It's almost a way of life. It is a way of life for me, okay? And this goes back to about, darn, we're in 2020 now. This goes back all the way to about 2007, 2008, 2006. Somewhere in there, 2006, 2007, okay? Basically, to catch you up to speed here, I used to work at the Boys and Girls Club. And we did club dances like once a month, every Friday night. It was actually something I participated in as a teenager. You know, there was nothing like going to the club dances. Always got a chance to meet up with your buddies outside of school, and you got to see some pretty fly ladies. Anyway, as a young man at this point in time in my life, in this specific instance, we were having our club dance. Everything was running as smooth as usual. I think we ended at about 10 o'clock, 10:30 or whatever. Yeah, good time, good turnout. So at this time, I didn't have any transportation, which was fine. I was a young man going to college and stuff like that, whatever. Anyways, I'm walking up the street, walking up to the bus stop to get on my bus. It's about 11 o'clock now after cleanup and everything. And I notice that there's people kind of just walking by, and I notice they're like stepping over something, and I'm like, what the heck is that? So as I'm getting closer to the bus stop, I notice that there's somebody laying down on the ground, and I'm like, that doesn't look right. So, you know, the instinct in me, I'm just thinking about like, man, you know, what if this person is in a good situation? What happened? Let me, you know, what can I do? So I walked up, got up to the young man, and unfortunately it was one of our teenagers that night that had participated in the dance. Not a problem child at all, and he had been shot in his stomach. One of the scariest things that I ever seen in my life. Blood everywhere. I'm panicking, so I take off my blazer, try to apply pressure. I'm on the phone calling for 911, but thank God somebody across the street had already been on top of it, yelling that there was help coming. And I said about 4 or 5 minutes later, ambulance pulls up. You know, ask me what happened. I tell them what happened. They get the kid loaded up into the ambulance, and I'm just there completely taken aback. But I was very, very shaken up. I couldn't even, I just wanted to see the kid off in the ambulance and make sure that he was getting proper care, but I was completely terrified. I'm thinking to myself the whole way home, you know, what if this kid doesn't make it? Because, you know, I left and his mom came, and I left because she needed that time to be with her child. About a week later, I get back to the club. My supervisors pull me in the office, and they're just like, hey, you know, are you all right? The kid that had gotten shot, you know, his mother's here and she wants to talk to you, and, you know, my heart dropped because there was like the worst case scenario playing through my mind. Oh my God, I let this kid die. Oh my God, he didn't make it. He died at the hospital. Oh my God, he died. Then I was just so, I was all over the place. And finally she comes in the office and she gives me a big hug, crying. This is, every sad story has to have a glimmer of hope in it somewhere, right? So the boy's mother, she came bearing good news. Thank God her son had made a full recovery. That was more than enough for me. I was just happy to hear that. But she did something. She gave me something that wasn't just a gift. It was more of what I wanted to be identified as far as what I stood for. Okay. She gave me a Superman sweater. Okay. Superman stands for hope, truth, and always finding a way to do the right thing. Doing the right thing when nobody's looking, when nobody's there, when nobody tells you to do the right thing. And I just thought to myself, this is what I want to stand for. This is what I want to represent for future generations to come. I want to be a role model. I want to be a glimmer of hope for those who might be hopeless. I want to be able to speak up for those that might not be able to speak up for themselves. I want my children to look at me and say, my daddy really lived his life trying to give hope to others, no matter what was given back to him. And that's what Superman is to me. That's what that symbol represents to me. It represents giving hope to others in hopeless situations. And that's just what it is for me. That's what it's always going to be for me. And until the day that I am 6 feet under, you're going to see a whole lot of Superman. A whole lot of Superman. I hope there's others out there that can be inspired by this story. If you see somebody in a bad situation, do the right thing and help them out. In retrospect, I look back now and I have children. I have a brother, younger brother. I have little kids that look up to me still that I've met from the Boys and Girls Club who've become young men. And I just think, what if that was them laying down on the ground, bleeding, fighting for their life? Would I be like those people that were just walking by and continuing to go on about their business? No. And I guess that's another message that I was trying to get across with this as well. If you see something, do something, because one small act of kindness can mean the world to somebody. It could mean life or death. Okay? Think about it. If it was one of your loved ones, one of your close friends laying down, hurt, fighting for their lives, would you want others to walk over them or walk toward them to help them, to let them know that they also matter, to give them hope? I just want to thank you all for letting me share my story with you, letting me share what this Superman symbol truly means for me, that it is more than just a comic book hero. It's a way of life for me. From everybody here at Deli Turner, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, give hope, be hope.